Nollywood superstar who knows Genevieve Nnaji? Excellent. Well, we're so pleased to have Genevieve back at the festival, this time behind the camera with her directorial debut that puts a new spin on the old adage that family and business don't mix. Genevieve plays a level-headed and highly successful businesswoman in her father's bus company, LIONHEART Transport. And time and again, she has proven her keen ability to make a profit and manage any situation that comes up. But when her father falls ill, both she and her rival are passed over to take over the head of the company in favor of her maybe less than suave uncle, Godswill, who is played by Mr. Nkem Owo. And of course, you probably know him as well, and he lights up the screen with his comic presence. The film is sharply and comically observed and deals with the everyday sexism that permeates almost every workplace everywhere. And it also captures the delicate balance of honoring your own dreams while also staying true to your family. Very important reminder that this film is eligible for the Grolsch People's Choice Award, so please vote, and you can do so online at tiff.net/vote. And we would like to thank MPM Premium for providing us with this film. I don't think that Genevieve really needs an introduction, but I will give one anyway. She is a Nigerian-born producer, media entrepreneur, and actor, and she is one of the most recognizable stars in Nollywood, appearing in nearly 100 film and TV television shows. And she is also in a festival selection this year called Farming, so you can see her again. And this marks her directorial debut. So please join me in welcoming to the stage Genevieve Nnaji.
That's a lot of ice. Good evening, everyone. I won't say much because I don't like to speak much, but thank you so much, guys, for coming and supporting this film. This is a passion project, and obviously, it's my first time behind the camera. So I am really, really excited to share this project with you. It was produced from the heart, and I hope you enjoy it. And I really want to thank the festival for seeing the potential in this film and allowing us to showcase our artistry and our craft, and most importantly, our culture. Thank you and enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Oh. Wow. What do I say after that?
I just want to bring you up.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot that you enjoyed the film. Wow, it was quite a journey which I didn't embark on my own. So without wasting time, I'm going to bring my best friend, my partner, my ride or die, Chini Ongwenu, the producer and really the real screenplay writer behind the script. Whew. I spoke in the beginning. You take this one.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm just going to introduce Mr. Nkem.
You're not going to do this.
Please come on up, sir.
Please, a round of applause for Mr. Nkem, the star of the film.
Please, another round of applause. He was amazing. He was amazing. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. And you, the organizer. Well, I wouldn't like to take much of your time, or we wouldn't like to take much of your time, because I don't want to begin to repeat what you saw me do in that very film, because that is what I know how to do, to put smiles on people's face. But I'm very, very impressed that Jenny and Chini could pull this off. And I think this is an opener. This is the beginning of a lot of visits to Toronto for this festival.
Amen.
I must thank the organizers for making it possible for this to happen. I came down from Africa, from Nigeria precisely. I didn't even rest. I was so anxious to come and see. And I came, I saw, I believed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So unlike us, this is the first time he's seen the film. So yeah.
We also have, well, you have some very big news that I don't know if everyone knows yet. Do you want to tell them about the big deal?
Yes, Netflix bought the film already. Thank you. Yes, it's amazing. It's going to be, it's the first Netflix original from Nigeria, and they want to do a lot of business. So thank you very much, Netflix, if you're here.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you, and takwasinki. That's how we say it in Africa. Takwasinki. Thank you very, very much.
And a lot of people are not present here. A lot of the cast and the crew who worked tirelessly on this project. So on their behalf, we say thank you. And my love obviously goes out to them, to everyone who has supported us this movie was shot last year, May. And to this point, we've had an amazing fan base and support from our fans outside and all over the world. And when we released the trailer, it was crazy. The reception was overwhelming. And just what I've gotten here today, you guys have no idea. I didn't think I was going to do this again, because it was a lot of work. But then again, if I had known I was going to direct, I'd probably have written myself in fewer scenes. But it was an experience that was very fulfilling, and it's a feeling I definitely would like to revisit. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'm just going to...
Are we done?
Thank you, TIFF.
Well, we have. I'm sure there's questions from the audience. Please stay. Don't go yet. We're not done yet.
Don't run.
Oh, we've got time. Come back. And I do want to open it up to the audience. If there are questions, I ask you raise your hand nice and high. I will also repeat the question for the benefit of anyone who didn't hear. So we'll start right here on the aisle. So the question is about Nollywood being exported even more globally, especially in a North American context, with Netflix having come on, and your hopes and dreams around that.
Yes, that's the hope, that's the plan, and we need support. We need support from the fans. We need support from people like you that enjoy watching Nollywood, because the whole goal of this is to transport the culture while keeping it authentic, and Netflix believes in that. So yes, we hope so.
It's the biggest streaming platform that we have, and we're so honored to be, a part of it and to actually be showcasing our film on that platform. So yes, I think everyone around the world will be able to watch, and this is just the beginning. Hopefully, this is a leveler for each and every one of us who love to create wherever and in wherever country we are in. I think this helps kind of decrease the world. It makes the world a smaller place. We get to know ourselves even better. We need to stop being strangers to one another. And the best way sometimes to introduce and reintroduce yourself to the world is through film. So we want to keep doing that.
Sorry, if I understand the question properly, you said
Wow.
you need the spread of Nollywood films in North America. Where are we? We're in North America, we have started.
Amen.
Yes, right in the middle here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And to build on that, because everything in that is so true. You've done so much. Why right now? Why did you want to make the decision to move to directing and tell this story?
It felt right. It felt right. I kind of felt stifled in my space. I wanted more out of, not just out of my career, but out of the industry as a whole, and especially in Nigeria. And there was just way too many contents just wasting away. And we keep asking, why isn't someone doing it? And I just figured I am someone, And this is the first time. I mean, I've been an actor for almost 2 decades now, but this is the first time I'm ever working with him. I had to make that happen. So yeah, sometimes you just have to take matters into your own hands.
Yes, right here.
Congratulations on a really good film. You already alluded to it, but what were some of the challenges of being in front of the camera and behind it?
So the question is in regards to directing and also starring in the film and some of those challenges.
I think it was pretty much just losing a lot of sleep. But I think the most challenging part was actually putting up a brave face, because at the end of the day, I was leading a crew and a set, and I had to be their backbone. But little did they know they were my backbone. So even when I was tired, I never showed it. And everybody just worked tirelessly. So just standing there and trying to be Superwoman, even when I was really, really tired, was probably the hardest thing to do, because everything else is what I loved and I enjoy doing. And I pretty much just walked off of adrenaline. I had to get the job done. And it just took it one day at a time, just like that. And then I collapsed after the end.
And I'm curious on that note too. This is the first time that you two have worked together. What was that process like? Because you have a certain chemistry on screen. There's some back and forth. What was that like? How did you two feed off of each other, work together, and build the characters?
It's effortless. Yeah. He's the easiest person to work with. Aww. The easiest. He's such a joy. I mean, maybe we'll do the Nollywood style and have a sequel. Who knows? But point is, but yeah, he made my job very, very easy. Everybody who was on board because I think they believed or they saw the vision. They had doubts. I mean, we've tried so many times to go mainstream. But this time we just thought, maybe we haven't tried this. And I had to always kind of pass on my ideas, pass on my dreams, and, get people to actually be able to see through my eyes exactly what I envisioned for this film and how far I expected it to go, because I just felt if we did what we needed to do and do everything right, I just don't know what else would be stopping the film, And it is very important to actually work with someone who is very supportive and someone who understands. And from the onset, because I told him, I had you in mind for this story. This is you. If you don't do it, then it's not going to happen. And he got it. And so he made my life easier. And I'm really grateful.
Mr. Oyo, did you want to add anything to that?
She had said it all. I'm bereft of words now because of what I saw. Like she said, this is the first time I'm watching this movie full. But after the shoot of this movie, I was impressed, and I knew then it was going to go a lot of places, including Toronto. I didn't reveal it to her. And it's still going to go to north, south, east, west of America. This is just the beginning. Thank you.
Yes, right here.
I know you.
So the question is why in Yugo, not Lagos, which we often see.
I think people are familiar with Lagos enough. But that's not it. I wanted to make a classic. And the birth of Nollywood really started, well, professionally in Enugu. Everybody who you see now are veterans of Nollywood. Nollywood started in Igbo language. So what you do when you want to make a classic, you just take it back to where it all began. And that's just, what I was going for.
So we have time for about two.
Oh, that's the question. Sorry.
We do have time for about two more questions. We'll go all the way in the back here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would your advice be for an aspiring filmmaker?
Get frustrated. Find your niche, first of all. You have to stand for something, because when you narrow your mentality down or your aspirations down, that's, first of all, I think that's a guideline to the do's and the don'ts. Because I knew what I wanted, the message I wanted to put across. Because I knew, basically because I just knew the state of mind I was in. And because I knew the statement I wanted to make, I already knew which direction to go and what path to take. Like, again, that's what sent me to Enugu, and that's what made me cast the people that you see in the film. So I think, first of all, just knowing yourself and knowing why you want to do what you want to do, what kind of film do you want to shoot, and why do you want to shoot that film? What message are you trying to actually relate to people? That would actually help narrow down what you need to do as a director, and just keep it contained. I think that really, really helps mentally, and it's really about growth. It's really about growth. You're welcome.
Right here in the blue jacket.
No.
Yeah, we'll leave that one to the producer here.
It took over a month.
Can you talk about the shoot though, and what it was just being on set? We don't have to share numbers, don't worry.
No, we don't.
But what was it like to film?
It was interesting. I think we I mean, Lionheart is 3 years in the making. After we shot the first film in 2015, before we wrapped,
First draft for
we already knew we wanted to make Lionheart. So It took over a year to write, and about 2 months of principal photography, and we then went into posts from last year till this year. It was tough, but the biggest key was patience. We had to be patient. A lot of people tried to rush us. When is Lionheart coming out? And patience means money. Because the more you wait, the more you don't make your money back. So I think for filmmakers, and I think we're very grateful we waited. We're very grateful that, because over time you learn and you build and you meet more people that are able to help you, like Netflix,
And
so,
TIFF.
and TIFF. So you have to really foster your product and make sure it is the best product you can possibly put out. And that's why we're here. In terms of production values, we worked with really efficient people from all over the world, mostly Nigerians and Europeans, no Americans. But yeah, I mean, it was a learning experience which we are very grateful for, and we're going to carry it into our next projects. Yeah.
And for me, I think the most important thing really was the ability to block out the noise. Because to create, you literally have to isolate yourself. Enugu gave us that. And so it was easy to just focus on what it is that we were doing and we wanted to achieve, and block out any kind of hype and anything that was unnecessary and that was distracting to the production itself. So I think it's important, and I'm sorry, it is important to bring back mystery to artistry. For me, I think that is one thing each and every one of us to take home. We need to bring back yearning, if there's a different word I wasn't looking for, but we need to bring back anticipation. Everything is way too exposed at the moment. So sometimes it's just best to create, and then let people appreciate the creativity that you have, and including yourself in that finished product. So I think just take film back to what it used to be. For me personally, and I that's what we did with this film, and that's what we intend to continue to do, because I think we hear ourselves better and we envision our creativity better when we block out all the noises around us.
I think, like she said, one of the most important things is the patience, because a lot of people are so impatient, they want to make a quick penny. And that's when they make very big mistake in their production. It becomes a disaster. You want to know how much is invested in this production. We will not tell you, because you will come back to ask how much is the gain. So just take it. A lot of things, people have to be, the zeal that you put into it. Some people are not patient enough. They just want to make it fast. If you have that perseverance, you have that industry in you, it will just come out like this. And I thank TIFF. And I'm sure I'm going to thank you people again when you take up our second project.
Well, we're very, very grateful that you shared the film with us. Please, another big, big round for Lionheart. Please vote as well.